Good evening. It is time for Nimbly Wimbly Flugenzug. That's exactly what it is. That's what we've got so far. Not a lot, really, when I look at the instructions. And I did look at the instructions. You can see some I've circled. Excuse me. Those are photo etch. I've circled them because I don't want to do them. So I'm going to come back to them one day. One day. But what I will do... I haven't... There's meant to be spare track links, which are arguably probably going to be just as torturous as photo etch. But there's a couple that go on the side here. And I figured now is a good chance to have a look at them. And if they're terrible, I'll just replace them with 3D printed tracks. Gonna need the box, because that's where the tracks are. One baggie of links. One baggie of pins. And somewhere lies a jig. Somewhere. That's probably it. That's it. This is it. Look at dancing a jig. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. I guess I clip this off the sprue before using it. And go put this back. Okay. How many links do we need? Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a group of 4. EZ, I hope. I don't want to cut a giant hole in this baggie, because if I do, it'll leak everywhere. That's enough of them. I have to seal that up somehow. I haven't got any clips on my desk. That can happen later. Surely I won't spill them now. I guess we need a corresponding number of pins. This baggie.
Hey, listen up down there. That thing's called an elevator, not a bathroom.
Hey, good to Zigagurks. Thank you for the follow. Oh no, you're just a spam bot. How about go fuck yourself? Once I'm done jiggering with these, I'll ban you. How many do I need? I can't do simple math. They look like you could clip them off as you need them anyway. Alright, time to ban this bot. Dog cunt. The problem I have when they do links with sprue gates on the ends where they interact with each other, it's a bit blurry. The problem is that, like, you have to clean up all those points. It's easier when it's on the side. So there's a nubbin there. So I have to clean up the side anyway. Let's try to make this... It's not very focusy. I would have sworn I focused that before I started. Nah, it'll probably do. I've no idea what this part of the jig is for. You go over here where you're easier to pick up. If I clip these close enough, maybe I won't have to do any cleanup. These won't have to articulate at all either, so maybe... maybe I don't need the ends to work as smoothly as you might like when they're moving, when they're workable. As long as it sits together and will go into the jig, that's the important bit.
No.
Thank you for the follow, Knabies82. Welcome. Hello gamer, congratulations, you're found eligible for a great opportunity on your channel. Add me on Discord. Oh boy! I definitely believe that. Oh, whoops, I clicked the ban button. Now I've missed out on the opportunity. Aww. Fucking dog cunts. I know they can't hear me because they're a bot, but it's un-Australian to not call shitty people fucking dog cunts. Okay. Definitely want to clean up the flash that some of them have around this opening on the sides. Barely anything, but it's better to have no flash at all. Hell yeah! And I guess the thing to do would be if any of them don't fit together in the jig because of crap on the end pin bits, then I'll clean them up. Otherwise, there's no need. If this was metal, it'd be way cooler. Fuck yeah. I mean, if this was metal, you could probably even risk just gluing straight links of track together without the pins. But, because it's the same material as the links, you'll just bond them together if you do that now. How many is that? Pops up and that's annoying. Just all go together and stay together, please. It's not a big ask. Fucking Christ. I didn't want to drop one. Guess that's a carpet monster attack. Bastard. 115 times. I wish I'd made a note of when I began counting those. Okay, that's 8. And for that we'll need 14 pins. Okay, did I lose any? There should be 8. 4 and 4 is 8. You would be surprised to learn that I can do basic mathematics. Let's see how this works. So fucking tiny. I'm never gonna be able to get those in with my fingers, am I? Where did that even go? Eh? Can you grip them with tweezers such that you can get them in? That's not so bad. It did take a little bit more force than I was comfortable with, but it did go together. And I didn't lose the pin with my squeezing of the tweezers. The question is, will they stay together without any glue? I don't think they will. Feck. I also think this is going to be a real bitch trying to join them together on the hull. Like, when the whole run is together. The final pins are going to be awful. Maybe I shouldn't have spoken so soon. It's become annoying and difficult. Definitely going to be very time consuming. Ass. Instead of shifting upwards, you could go into the hole or just vanish. Fuck. How many pins can I lose? Probably none. Well, that's one. Probably gone forever. Unless it's landed in the hull or something. I think I'll just accept that it's gone forever. And if I run out of pins, I guess improvisation will be key. Don't fucking bend, you wretched dog. It's not all the way in. Maybe that one has to be pressed in better once I take them out of the jig. It's in good enough. Got one more off to make it even. Some of them seem a bit misshapen, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. Sake. Why? Ah. Piss ass shit tits. As they say. Would you kindly go all the way in? Or just not? You do you, fam. You get the feeling that quite a few of them are going to be quite rough. It's possible I've lost another one of these. Four more. Take them from a full set. No, I only needed 2 more. Now I'm going to need more in a minute anyway. It's real annoying when they start going in, then only go in a little way and start bending. I'm just looking at them, and it's kind of annoying that the holes don't go all the way through the links. So if you did want to replace these with wire, it would be annoying to do so. And look at that. That one hasn't worked because it didn't go all the way in and instead just bent on the outside. Dreadful. Maybe that's salvageable. Probably not. I'm really hoping they were thoughtful enough to include far more track links than you need. Not optimistic, but hopeful, I guess. Oh, you fucking cunt. I'll just bend that one right over too. Terrible. Well, this can get fucked. I'm just going to keep bending pins over and over again. Why? Looks like shit. But I think I got that one in just far enough that it'll hold. They're not as free flexing as other track links, but They're posable, which is nice. And then they go on the tank hull here, which is out of frame. Right there, just like that. How long did that take? What, like half an hour? These are not tracks that you are going to do in one session unless you have a problem and hate yourself. Anyway, let's do more of them. Why is the end a different shape? That's the group of 4. Maybe I should be videoing this to put in my video. Gotta cut the pins out. Need 6 for this. Maybe I'll start with the neater ones I can find. Some of them look like they need a bit of cleanup, and I'm not cleaning up minuscule pins. Also, I don't think you get enough pins in this. I've already used up almost a whole half a sprue, and there's 3 sprues. Doesn't say not to use the pins on these tracks. It would certainly, if I didn't use the pins on them, would certainly make for plenty of spares. fucking go in. You can't. Can't apply enough pressure with the flat of my blade. Can only bend. That had better fucking work. Cunt. The problem with this being a tweezer's job is they're rounded, and tweezers are really shit at holding round things in and not having them fly away. That isn't even the one I wanted to put the pin in. Hopefully, some of this video has been in focus and in frame. What scale is the model? It's 35th scale. Any smaller than that and I would not do these at all. These links. Be miserable. Did I just lose another one? Where did it even go? Oh, there's one there. That's possibly the one I just lost. Only to lose it again. Fucking Christ. And being careful with them too. I wonder if possibly we can use a bit of wire. Will this 0.5mm wire fit? Because the way to do it might be to use the pins on the outside. For the actual run of tracks. That's gonna go in. Does it go all the way? There's a nubbin on that one. Missed that. Yeah, it goes in. The trick might just be... because you need the pin on the outside. Otherwise it won't look convincing or whatever. But the trick might be just to use a bit of brass rod on the inner half. Because there's no way that there's enough pins for all of these links and losing any. I mean, I'll have to count to be sure of that, but I'm pretty confident of it. Bold of me to only clip out 2 when I need to. Don't fucking bend, cunt. This is... I wonder how many links the actual runs on the wheels have. Because this is going to definitely be very time consuming. I can bent another one. That looks like shit. With the bent nubbin hanging off of it. Total dog's fucking breakfast. Not enjoying these track links. Can you tell? The first one was so easy. So was the second, and they tricked me. They tricked me into thinking they might all be that easy. They do look good though. The ends, where they get a bit squished, not quite so good. Hey Tim Cow, how you doing? Maybe I can neaten them up a bit. The end of the pin also is the sprue gate, so that should probably be filed down a little bit. I'm doing alright, considering how shitty these track links are. To be fair, they're not the worst I've dealt with. They're not fun either. Use a grittier stick. That's not too bad. Probably cover them with a bit of mud, maybe. Not even gluing them together. I haven't glued them at all. It's the tiny little link pins. One for each side. That's the annoying bit. They do seem like they'll be strong enough to not have to glue. At least until you get them. These aren't even for the wheels. At least until you get them shaped how you want them. Then I would certainly glue them. But again, actually I don't know what type of links these are called, so it might make it harder, but I might just 3D print an entire set, again as a time saver. I thought stubby fingers was the annoying bit. I don't even really have that stubby fingers. They are a little bit fat when trying to manipulate tiny doodads, but everything's the problem. Also, how you doing, KBJ? Make sure I'm going to glue them onto the hull in the correct manner. Otherwise, the Neubaufahrzeug wagon club will get me. Doodads and thingamabobs, technical terms. I'm doing alright. Maybe a wee bit frustrated at having just spent close to an hour assembling, what's that, 12 sets of links? And throwing them on the floor. At least I didn't run over them with my chair. The floor is always hungry. That's another carpet monster attack. There isn't anything to sit these in, so I'm assuming they just go against the hull there and that bracket. Any pictures I can look at for reference? The next diagrams all show the other side of the tank. I'm sure that's good enough. There doesn't seem to be anything to strap them down anyway, so they go where they want. I love running over the phone power charger cord with the wheels of my chair. Yeah, I love running over everything with my chair. I got the, like, rollerblade style wheels on this chair, so it's not so bad. It's still annoying, though. I just made a big 2-minute file for nothing. So we'll delete that one. All that will do is confuse future Herbert. He's already confused enough. That goes like that. Maybe we put a bit of glue first. Bought those, but they did not fit my chair. Can future Herbert give me the lotto numbers? Yes, but he doesn't want to. Future Herbert's a cunt. What a dick. Someone ought to run him over with a tuk-tuk. Magical bonding liquid should hold those right there. Why not put a couple of bits between the links? Just for total glue god domination. I do like that emote. It seems this pair go further forward, somewhat like that. Is that good? Probably. I am definitely going to give very serious consideration to 3D printing some replacement tracks for the actual road wheels. And also, get a closer shot of that. I'm also going to check and see how many links are needed, and then I can figure out how many pins are needed, and then I can figure out if I do use these ones, if it's worth using the plastic bits, excuse me, on the entire lot, or if I'm going to have to use brass pins. 117 pieces for each side. That's 12 pieces. That took me, let's say, 50 minutes, with not that much fucking about. So say 40 minutes, if you get it done pretty quick. I don't wanna. It could be worse. They do look very nice. This is going to, probably almost certainly going to delay any video I make of this, because that is going to take a lot of time putting links together. But that's okay. Got other things to do, make videos about. I can go up there. Actually, I miscounted the pin sprues. There's an additional 3. So I've got like 3.5. That's still not enough, I don't think. Now let's deal with some non-link and track bits, because I don't want to deal with them anymore. There's also photo etch that I don't feel like dealing with. And we've got an option here for, looks like a gun cleaning kit, to use either. What number are the photo etch frets? Z and Y. So there's a plastic option and a photo etch option for the gun cleaning holders. It might not be too bad. They may be bits of photo etch I do off stream because they look tiny and fiddly, but I think I'll skip that for now. I'll use the photo etch clips, but I won't do it today. Circle it so I remember it. And also that looks very annoying. That's photo etch with tiny little plastic bolts or rivets glued onto it. Mud flaps are plastic and easy. And the headlamp, I think it's a headlamp. It is. It folds up and down. That's neat. That's like those cars with the little headlights that pop up. Who knew that an interwar German tank pioneered it? Not me. I don't know anything. Needs sprue C. Now, why are there two? What is the difference? Looks like not much is the difference. Kind of like this one better, so I'm going to use that. Often the options will have, this is the option for paint scheme C or whatever. Not in this case. And there's also a nubbin to hold it in place. C15. $14.50. Oh man, it's tiny. Why you have to be so tiny? Is this a nubbin for babies? Yes. Definitely recommend small plastic parts for babies. And I think what we need to do is glue this on, and then the hinge part. Or there is a hole in that. If I'm quick, I glue that to that, and it'll plop into place. I can do that. What's the worst that could happen? Maybe I don't actually want to glue that to the thing first. I'll glue it to the hole first. I don't think it really makes that big a difference. Maybe it's a tweezer job too. I want to stand the part up so it's the way it needs to be when I try to pick it up. But I can't. Maybe I do have sausage fingers. At least they're not salad fingers. That's dangerous. Can I neatly apply glue with my left hand? Yeah. Yeah, I can. I think that's the right position. There's a tiny pin on this lamp. Goes in there. I wanted to be able to show the video that it can be modeled open, but it's not going to be as easy as I thought it would be. How can I pop it up? Beck! The answer is no. There isn't enough of a pin on this side to hold it. Good as gold, as they say. I feel like I've made very little progress on this today. Now, what is N5? That is photo etch. But N isn't a photo etch sprue. Does connect to a photo etch bit, but it says to cut part of that away. Is this these are the frets for this. Z and Y. Z1. That's Z1. They want that cut off, apparently. Not sure why, though. Looks perfectly fine. What if I do a rebellion and don't cut it off? What's the N part look like? If you could find the N sprue. This is the N sprue. This is the part I want. It looks way chunkier. It would mean I don't have to add any bolts from the shave the bolts off the sprue thing. Yeah, I guess we use that. Maybe for later. I'll ponder on that, I think. It might look better with the photo etch bit. Or maybe the photo etch bit just doesn't fit. There could be another version of the tank where that does fit and is appropriate. I have no idea. These should fit though, with no problems. One. That goes under, I believe. That seems a good fit. It stays there with friction. Wonderful. Nothing else I need to think about in regards to these? Probably not. Thinking's for jive-ass turkeys anyway. I wouldn't do that. Doesn't seem actually a perfect fit, but I would assume there should be a gap along here because, well, they're hinged. And there isn't anything under there that should cause a fit issue. It's just an uneven gap. It's more even on this side. We'll just call it German imprecision engineering, which is a thing. And just stay there like that, please. And I will reward you with extra glue. That's pretty good. And this side just isn't quite as good. It's doing its best though, I'd assume. And as long as it looks like the hinge is contact, that's the main thing. And give that a bit of pressure for a second. I do now kind of wonder if that might make installing the tracks a little bit difficult. Shouldn't do. Now what? Lots of tools and stuff, but a lot of them also involve photo etch for brackets and tie-down straps. Anything that says Z or I've forgotten now. Y or Z is photo etch. So much photo etch. One thing is for sure, this thing is going to be covered in detail. I can't even remember which holes I drilled out for what on this. Pretty sure I opted against the no-tech light. That's too far forward in the instructions. I'm trying to find bits that are just plastic. I'm having trouble. There's a lamp that goes there. There's a couple of angled bits that go in there. Z, no, those are photo etch. Ass titties. There's a couple of hatches on the A sprue. Where's the C sprue? There's a lamp on the C sprue. Or maybe it's a horn. It's a thing. That's what it is. trick with skipping ahead in the instructions a bit like this is remembering that I've done them and then trying to not be confused when I can't find the part on the sprue. A38s are the hatches for the sides here, which we will... There is photo etch for the insides of those, but that's not relevant if you're modeling them shut. Is there 2A sprues? There is. There is also hatches for the driver's windows. And I'll model those closed as well. That's the A sprue. They're on the C sprue. Are they the same part? C9. Yep. 2 of C9. Could be a 6, but I think it's a 9. Hey, well, those are already cut. I just noticed the instruction for the jig, which is not in the first instance of the tracks, but it shows the pins with the sprue still attached, and then you snip them off. Use a new sharp knife to cut off useless parts. Sound advice. That would probably make it easier to handle them. Why the fuck didn't they show me that before? Oh well. No sense getting upset now. Where's the nobbin? Has to be a nobbin. Right there. Almost imperceptible, but I found it. And I destroyed it. They call me the Nubbin Destroyer. Glory to me and my house. I just noticed another bit of photo etch for the hinge part on the front. There's a photo etch, a longer line of hinge, only for vehicle number 8. Which one am I building? Not vehicle number 8. Well, this says number 9. That's number 8. I guess there's not really much of a difference between those. For Panzer Truppenschule Putlos. Putlos? I guess that means Panzer School. Gonna take you back to Panzer School! The next set is after the landings in Oslo, southern Norway, and another school. This time with interesting camo. I'll consider that later. It's not worth thinking about now. There is other doodadery to go on there, though. Let's stick these doodads you've already got ready on. Why complicate things? I think I need to do this one with the tweezers. Or I could just try dropping it in. And that way, if I do that successfully in the video, I can literally say I dropped it into place. It's not going to work that way. Maybe it is. I'm going to try it without glue, just to be sure. Hell yeah. Now I can be like, just plop it into place. We just use the capillary action of the glue to make it stay there. Fuck yeah, science. Track links get a bit in the way of that one. Not horrendously so, though. And if you want the detail to model them open, it's probably not that difficult to add. I just don't see a reason to do so. If you're going to put hours of work into something, it should be visible. Or functional, I guess. If it does something and you can't see it, that's okay. Which way up does this go? Old Herbert can't tell. I think the slotty thing goes on the lower end. Would certainly appear that way. Yeah. Doing this closed means I didn't have to bastardize around. Oh no. My brush fell into my glue. Means I don't have to arse about with the clear plastic part. Which means I didn't have to paint the interior of the tank black. Which saved me probably 20 minutes? 20 minutes I've probably squandered doing nothing. That looks ever so slightly wonky. There's enough play in there that you can make them a bit wonky. Okay, what else can I do to avoid the photo etch? There's springy doodads to, I'd assume, stop those from like flopping up. The sea sprue. Both identical. Yes. Looks like they've got a little bit of extra crud on them. Because none of the pictures show them having anything in the middle. That feels like it's going to break if I apply enough pressure with my knife. That ought to hold the little SOB. Got to get the ends to look a bit rounder. Now, there might be a problem. Holes aren't very big on the upper part. And this one's just sort of a hint of a hole. It'll do. Oh, I just noticed that it's 11:11. I enjoy when all of the numbers are the same. I believe this is another tweezer task. Nice if I had the part around the right way. Ass shits. Don't roll over. Go into your hole. Das ist gut. Okay, maybe I should make marks next to the things I've done to alleviate the confusion. Did that. Which is that. On that. Not relevant. Not sure why it's telling me to shave those off, but it is. That's done. Unfortunately, maybe not so unfortunately, but oops, next stream I either have to start doing photo etch or skip way ahead to the turrets, which probably also involves some photo etch. Next week, I will actually do this on the night that I'm supposed to do modeling. Wednesday night, not Thursday night. It's just that I went to the museum yesterday and I was so plumb tuckered out when I eventually got home that I went and had a nap and didn't wake up until like midnight. More like 1, actually. Oh dear. Sucks being old. That's gonna be it for today though. I got a bit done. It doesn't look like much, but it's most of the time was spent getting 12 links of tracks together. About 45-50 minutes. God dang. They weren't too bad, and I think they'll be better now that I know that the idea is that you use the sprue to shove them into place. Still probably not enough pins left to get them all done though. Anyway, I'm gonna not do a raid. I'll probably be back tomorrow for some video games of some sort. Not sure what yet, but it will probably be something. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time. Toodle-oo.